So, Vinny, how did you get started in the ice business?
Yeah, so it's been or it was a family business, so it was pretty easy for me to get involved. I really started working summers when I was 7. Started out started out in the basement, just sweeping floors and all the basic stuff. Started making 10-pound blocks and just working my way up, stacking pallets and doing whatever had to get done. But yeah, started working summers when I was 7.
I think
I
he,
got
I,
lucky.
I think he's taking the cake for the child
The
labor law
the
here.
the
Yeah,
youngest
no, he got me. He got me.
later. That's why he was
Absolutely.
in the basement.
Now, did you ask to come in at 7 years old? Or were you? Not, I won't even say voluntold. Were you just told that you had to come in?
No, honestly, I've always been interested in like the heavy industrial equipment and stuff like that. So it was always, kind of like a hobby, I get to go play with heavy equipment. So I always had a good time there, worked hard and had a good time. So how do you really argue it? Everyone always laughed at me. They're like, "What'd you do for summer?" We went to camp and all this stuff. I'm like, "I worked." I don't know. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah. So Nuzzolese brothers Ice.
Yep.
Obviously, I would assume by the name there were brothers involved. How far back does it go?
Yeah. So I am fourth generation. And the company, it was about 100 years old. There's no we don't have real documentation, good old guineas from New York.
Oh,
So
we'll
that's
go with 100 sounds better than
They
99.
they weren't worried.
yeah.
They weren't
So
worried about providing you with documentation 100 years.
yeah, go figure. The guys from New York couldn't figure it out. So but it was about 100 years old. And yeah, fourth generation. Just everyone's been doing it.
All right.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
Well,
show a few photos real quick, and then we'll
well,
do a proper introduction here,
yeah.
Jeff. So, usually we go ahead and do the introduction, but since we're talking about Nuzzly Brothers, let's go through a few of these photos we got. If you want to talk to any of these,
Yeah, so that's my dad.
Wow.
Back in his prime, man. Yeah,
with
so
with
it
hair.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it used to be Port Washington Ice, and even further, I think we started off as Corona Ice, um, and yeah, just kept evolving. When my dad and his brother took it over, they switched over to Nuzzle's Brothers Ice, and that's
Okay,
how the
so
thing
the
evolved.
four generations. So the Nuzzles brothers was picked up with your father's generation. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. Yep. Him and his brother.
There's
Yep,
your
there's
dad.
him, my dad. That was us in Southampton when we took over Burkowski.
At your peak, how many tons were you guys able to produce or had the ability to produce a day?
We were doing 500 out of 2 plants,
Okay.
and then, in the peak, obviously, when we did the whole Arctic thing and everything, we worked out of their plant, so they were, I think they were 800 tons.
Okay.
Oh
Dang.
wow. Okay.
All right. So we got,
So
yeah, go
so
ahead,
this
Jeff.
isn't part of the family here.
What is it?
Extended family right there. So yeah, that's Tony Soprano. Obviously, we did the ice for the studio, and for some reason, they just loved us, and they would throw us. They'd throw us in their cameos. My dad and my uncles were in the Bada Bing behind Tony in some scenes.
No
They
way.
used, yeah, they used our truck a few times. I think I sent you a thing. They're unloading turkeys off it, and yeah, they just threw us in there a bunch of times. That's 9/11.
I'm sorry.
We got
There was another picture right here.
yeah,
That
there it
I
is.
wanted to
Oh,
show that
there
one.
we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, they stole a bunch of turkeys and they were giving them out, and that's our truck in the back. We were making the ice delivery, and they were like, "Let's use the truck."
Okay. Cool. All right. Let me zip back to
Yeah, yeah,
what you were
yeah.
showing. Yeah.
Yep. So 9/11, obviously rough time there, but Cross called us up, and my dad and my uncle were the first ones down there. They just filled up the truck and took it down to ground zero. And I think there's a picture somewhere. I don't know if I sent it to you or not, but it was pretty crazy because they shut down all the bridges. Everything was on lockdown,
Sure.
and they gave them a army escort with Humvees, and there were guys on the running boards of the truck with M16s escorting the truck in. And because it's red, white, and blue, as we are going over the bridge, everybody was just clapping and going crazy, and just showing that American spirit.
Dang,
Hmm.
man.
Yeah, pretty wild.
How old were you then?
I was in 8th grade.
8th grade. Okay. Did
Yeah,
you
I'll never forget it.
all have anybody that you lost personally, or your father lose anybody that they knew in the bombing or the
Um, not personally. Not that I know of. Again, I was young at that point. I don't
yeah
know if I remember. I don't want to say I forgot somebody here, but
yeah. So, sorry.
yeah,
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 but,
we
yeah.
didn't plan that question or
No,
anything.
no, not at all. But, yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
So is this some more 9/11?
Yep, just driving around. Yeah,
This looks
that's
like
way back in the day. I was a teenager there. That's me with the backwards hat. um,
Yeah, right
yeah,
here.
that was our old plant, and just installing another machine. It had to get pulled up over the building and then dropped into the back.
it's crazy to me to picture how you guys have to do some of those builds. I mean, just
Right.
get a crane and drop it in, and
Yep.
So
Oh yeah, yeah.
from downtown, how far were you guys out of, say Times Square? I mean, how far were you away from, downtown, central part of New York City?
Well, I mean, I think it's about like 30 miles altogether, but depending on traffic, that could be an hour or 3 hours.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah.
Get that picture and got here. Yeah.
yeah, this
Yeah. So that was actually us doing what do they call it? A demo, I guess, for a reality show. That was just the news. But the other one was for actually a reality show. They were going to do a reality show on my family, and that was us doing the interviews and stuff like that.
huh.
Really? And you said they were going to, so that it obviously never got to that.
Yeah, it never got to that point, but we did like 3 rounds of it, and
You
yeah, I
guys
guess
weren't crazy enough or something for them to.
I thought we were plenty crazy. We had plenty of drama.
Well,
Uh,
you were a customer of ours for a while, and
yep.
we not to say we got pulled into that drama, but I could say how. Let's just say I could see how you guys would make.
We're very passionate.
Good
Yes, yes.
reality.
Well, go ahead and
Well,
formally introduce our guest. There,
yeah,
Jeff.
so our guest today is Vincent Nuzzolese Jr., or if you know him, you would call him Vinny. Vinny's known Ethan longer than I have, and
Yeah.
so we expect this will be a fun conversation. In this episode, we're going to learn all about his journey from working in his family's business to his role in working with Reddy Ice as a regional operations manager today, and everything in between. Everything's fair game today. So, Vinny, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about that transition, what it's like going from working for your family business to working for Reddy Ice?
Yeah, so it's actually a pretty funny story. So I always said that if my family sold, I'd never get back in it, and I lasted 3 months. That's all it took.
What'd you do for the 3 months then?
I was working with my friend. My best friend owned a asphalt construction company, so I was working with him. I was having a good time, no problem. But it does get hot in the middle of summer moving asphalt,
Sure.
especially when you're working for an ice company your whole life. So
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I could see that.
yeah, so yeah, Reddy called me up 3 months later just because we were so active in the IPIA. They knew, and I'll never forget it. They called me up on Father's Day, and I was down there that Wednesday as a interview, and then 2 weeks later, I drove down there. It was done deal.
You're saying drove down there to
To Davie, Florida. I started in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Okay.
Florida.
Yeah. So, I mean, making that transition, I really thought it was going to be tough. And honestly, I just took the job to put it on the resume to get some corporate experience. You could ask my wife. I drove down with a duffel bag and a TV. That's all I had. I didn't even have a place to live. I got the shortest lease I could find on an apartment, and I've been here ever since. I love it. It's a great team to work for. They just remove obstacles for me, and we get it done. There they are. That's my second team right there.
Yeah, we have a couple pictures your time at Reddy, and so tell us about this group and what you're celebrating here.
Yeah, so this is my team in Plant City. That's where the actual tour is going to be next year for the IPIA convention.
Okay.
So, yep, it's in that plant. And this is when Reddy was coming out with the lean manufacturing certifications for the plant. And we were the first ones to get the bronze certification in the whole company. I'm real proud of that team. They did a great job.
Oh, right. Fantastic. Got another one here.
Yep. That is, I believe it's above and beyond, just a way that we in our company, show appreciation for people who go above and beyond their job duties and do a good job doing it.
Okay.
Good deal.
And who's that there with you in the picture?
That, at that time, that's Gary Rea. He was my market manager, and he is now the RVP of the East region.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tell us what's so you're a regional manager of operations, is that right?
Yeah, so it's basically a branch of our engineering team.
Okay.
And we go around, take a look at the plant, see what needs to get done, fix them up, and work on capital projects, stuff like that.
Okay. And you're in Florida region, the Southeast, or?
I don't know. I mean, right now I'm in Phoenix, so I'm all over the place. Yeah, I'm kind of the one that just goes wherever I'm needed right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Pulling the veil back, when we came in, he was like, "Hey man, I got a different setup here. Ethan and Jeff, heck, I don't even know whose office I'm in right now." So
That's right.
Yeah, I had to hijack an office. It is what it is.
So when you went from, I mean, where would you say home? Where is home then? If you're all over the place, where do you call?
Right now, home is Staten Island, New York.
Okay, Staten Island.
Yeah, I'm back in New York. I've been back there for about a year now.
Now, how often are you home? Because it sounds to me like it may not. You may be on the road more than you're home.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot, especially now, engineering now, this is our busy season. So we get all our projects done so we could run for the summer. So I do like that part. It's a little different being my wife is a teacher. So that works out a little better for me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm home every weekend at the very low end. And I try to at least catch up on some computer work once a week or once a month rather at home and get that done.
Well, since you brought up your wife, did want to ask a question for first icebreaker here for your wife, Jackie, as you said, was a teacher. Now, obviously, unless they go year-round school, our thought was, how does that work out? So when you're working the hardest, she gets to be at home. So is that kind of the case?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been with her for quite some time now. So she knew me in college, right after college. That's when we got together. So she's known me in the ice business my whole life. So it's kind of like just a way of life at this point. But yeah, ultimately, summers are kind of tricky, being that I'm extremely busy and she has nothing to do. But she tends to keep herself occupied.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Do you just get the text that says, "Oh, by the way, I went shopping. Oh, by the way, I'm going on vacation. I'm doing all these things."
You better not ever go on vacation without me. That's where we draw the line. Nah, she keeps herself busy. She likes the beach a lot, and just the pool, just really relaxing. So I get lucky with her. She's not a big shopper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did we see Jeff? Did we see that you had a short stint with Arctic? Obviously, I assume by this taping you saw the big news with the merger that's or the acquisition that's going down. Obviously, you kind of be involved. Were you with Arctic for a short period?
So when we were doing our whole deal with my company and them, they actually hired me to be the GC while we were building a plant. So that was my stint with them. I built that Hicksville plant for them.
Oh, okay. So it was like a little bit of moonlight work, in other words. So, yeah. So transition going on. Do you have anything that you can share with us about this? Or were you shocked like we were, or where do you fall?
I was not shocked by any means. I mean, I think the industry has been talking about this for years now.
Yeah.
Kudos to Lonnie, Rob, and Steve Janusek on that one. They pulled it off.
That's right. You hear rumblings. I mean, I think we all hear different things, but you can never tell. I would say that, for the most part, as big as the acquisition was, still being able to be under wraps, and for the most part until that announcement. So if you have not heard, look out, do a little bit of research. It's not very hard to find. If you want to just Google Reddy Ice merger or acquisition of Arctic, you can see that and everything that's kind of going down with that. So, yeah. As far as some of your other things that you do in the industry, we know Jeff is he works with the IPIA. Again, I always screw this up, so it's not a board member; it's an advisory
board committee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all in the nomi or the little things, but for plant operations, right? Is that what you do, and what's that like?
Yeah, I believe that's the one I'm on. They switch me every year. I'm pretty sure I'm doing plant operations this year again. No, it's a great group of people, and we just really want to make the industry better and have everyone have the same standards, because at the end of the day, we are making a food product that people do consume. So I think it needs to be treated as such, and not all people are playing by the same standards. So
yeah. So we do have some pictures. It's my fault that Ethan wasn't ready for that, but we do have a few pictures of IPIA activities, and these are not the board committee parties necessarily. Just going ahead and putting that out there. This is more the conventions. But wanted to give you a minute to kind of talk to the pictures and the people in them and what's.
yeah. So that's my crew right there. That's who I usually hang out with. That is at the chairman's dinner, and they always have a photo booth like this, and we always get one every year, pretty much. And
This is 101. So
yeah, I believe it's in Nashville. I think I see Tootsie's over there.
yeah.
Nashville's always a hot spot. Just we're always having a good time. These conventions really are a good time, and it's a great way to network and really see what's going on out there.
I'm trying to figure out what you're
my-
dressed up as. I can catch everybody else, but what did you go as?
I think that was me just being me. I'm pretty sure that was Fort Lauderdale.
Well, it's hard to mess up perfection. I've heard
Right?
that.
You cannot fix perfection. That's it.
And always signature. You have to have the most signature look with the backwards hat in the ice business. So
Yep.
I'm surprised.
I tried playing it classy today.
Yeah. I'll start now, buddy. Why not?
Yep. There's my dad.
Yeah.
But it's just a good time, and they're just good people. I can't recommend it enough. If you've never been to one, you got to get out there and get to them. It's a great thing to be a part of. I've been doing it for quite some time now.
Yeah, this one with your dad. I mean, this is quite hilarious here. I mean, foregoing your hair, but yeah, that's pretty funny. So,
and this last one I think is in Nashville this past.
Yeah, that's his past one. That's the who was he drumming for?
I felt like he had about 28 different bands on the list that he for.
I got to be honest, though, I got to give it to him. Usually I don't really care for any of the keynote speakers. I truly think it's a waste of money sometimes, but I thought he did a great job.
You enjoyed it? Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed his. Yeah.
All right. Very cool. Well, I appreciate your work on the board, whichever committee they assign you to. And I did see sometimes you're listed under marketing. I don't know. You don't strike me as a marketing guy, but
I actually was the one who started all like the Facebook pages and everything for IPIA.
See, I have a different perspective of Vinny. That I see him as a marketing guy and a little kind of jack of all trades. So
wherever I'm needed, that's where we'll go.
Yeah, heck yeah,
man. Figure it out. If I don't know it, I know people who do.
Well, I will say this too about you, just to toot your horn or give you flowers on this. Every time we've always worked together, you're the attitude. You always bring a smile, man. So
appreciate it, man.
Really, we're always very easy to work with. I mean, no matter what the situation is, especially switching from a system like you guys had over to the system we had, things like that. I mean, it can be stressful, but you always had patience with it. Your dad came with a different flavor, but that's okay. I mean, it was good to have both, but kudos to you, man. So that's
No, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
well, yeah, just being a success in anything that you do, I can see how that would be. I'm not going to say easy for you, but coming in with the demeanor that you have, it goes a long way.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
So I want to change gears a little bit and ask you another icebreaker question. So as I was doing a little digging online and everything, I found this advertisement for having boys do your laundry. And so I wanted to ask you to tell me about Three Boys Laundry. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
No, that was my dad's thing. After we sold, he got into he bought a laundromat,
Okay.
and honestly, I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, it's
a
not what you think.
hey, sometimes these icebreakers we don't tell
You
you
never
what we're going
know.
to ask
Yeah.
ahead of time, so you don't
Yeah,
know. I
yeah.
figured you were going to be one of the boys that had to do the laundry.
I
Oh,
don't like doing my own laundry.
So is this something your dad's still doing? Is he out of it?
No, he recently just sold it, so yeah, he's
Okay.
freelancing right now.
I was going to say, I do feel like I could actually fold similar to this, so I didn't want to knock too hard on it, but
I'm more of a hanger guy.
100%, yes, much
so
better.
Yeah.
We came across that, and Jeff wanted to bring it
just
in, but
just
Oh, right on. Yeah.
just going for it.
right.
Yeah. Bring it on, man.
Jumping back into the ice industry, there's always the ice bag toss and competitions, things like that. You always seem to be the guy in charge of that. I mean, obviously you look like you could chunk one pretty far. So, do you always find yourself volunteering for that, or you just get kind of tossed into that part? No, pun intended. I'll go pun intended on that.
So a little bit of both, right? So everyone knows I'm always willing to help out and do what we got to do. So I feel like people come to me more, and no big deal. I'm ready to help. But that was actually something that Bill Bentley brought over from the Europeans. They're the ones that started that,
Oh, really?
and yeah, that's a Bill Bentley thing. And then I don't know how I became in charge of it, but it's all because of Bill.
Did you participate in those as well, or are you just putting them together?
Yeah. So you know what? Football really messed me up. My shoulders are shot. My knees are shot. So I'm gonna let everyone else do it. I'll just judge.
That's right. That's right. Well, if you've never watched one, we'll put a link into the video of a video that we've got that we'll share. That if you've never seen one, but there is a proper way of doing it and an improper way to do it. But a lot of times it comes down to the quality of the bag, doesn't it? So
Oh yeah, all day.
if
We're
those
looking for sponsors, by the way, this year.
There you go. All right. You hear that, sponsor. So if you want to reach out to Vinny and chat with him for that toss. So if you, I guess if you want to, you ought to do that. Or if you're listening, if you are in the plastics industry and you want to prove that your bag is the best, maybe you
Ooh.
can load it up and let people choose which bag that they think is going to be the best and see how it performs and see which
Yep.
you rip. So
Well, it was just cracking me up thinking about you were saying there's a proper way to throw. If you watch the little clip of the video that we're going to put the link in the description, the question I would have is the proper way with the beer in your hand or not?
Yeah, surprisingly, they do let you have a beer, so it makes it even more fun.
I wonder if pre-liquoring up is better for you. I guess we'll have to see. You need to
Makes
start
the
taking
throw
some
more,
notes.
more
Yeah,
unpredictable.
right.
Yeah, that's right. You have to start taking some notes and come back and report back to us. So
All right, you got it.
All right. Next question for you. We learned that you are a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt, and I didn't practice that, but I'm glad I could say it. Explain to everyone what that means.
Yeah, so it's based off the Toyota plants, and they're the ones that came up with lean manufacturing, and that's what we're really big on here in Reddy Ice. So that's when I really started learning about it and getting into it, and it's just a philosophy, right? It's not, everyone thinks of lean where we're going to get rid of people and everything, but no, it's about wasted movement. Instead of having you know a scale that you have to weigh your bags every 30 minutes on the other side of the room, why don't we move it next to the bagger where we need to weigh the bag? So
Right.
it's all about those wasted movements and things that could be better and more efficient, streamlined, and everyone will really get to see it come Plant City when they go to the convention. Since that picture you guys showed before, we have gone to the next level and we're silver now. So you guys will really see it in action and see what it's really about.
Okay.
As long as you have a gi and a karate belt on, then
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my belt.
Well, we did play. I played with AI a little bit. Some people use AI for really important work. I thought, let's just see what it comes up
yeah,
with
Jeff's
here.
not that person. He's not leaning in.
So, so
Oh yeah,
this was the first iteration, and then I said he's got to have black. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
so
Right.
You gotta you gotta send me the live one. That might be the new profile pic.
Yeah. I find the way that it interprets. I think if you've played around with AI, you looked at it, you got. I'm
don't
surprised you
don't
got.
look at the label too
Yeah,
close.
yeah. You say that fast, you may get you in trouble. But yeah, the way that it interpreted Reddy Ice at the top, I don't know if you guys can read that, but
I think.
Itty Rice is what it went with.
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah, that's what I think it says. That's what we're going to go with anyway. But hey, at least AI got you with 5 fingers. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of times you can be having quite a few more fingers or one less. So,
Sure. Yeah.
but well, going back to the black belt. Okay, are there different? Is this classes you take online? I mean, if somebody's very interested in doing this, what is the mechanism of kind of getting started? Is it classwork? Do you take tests? Do you go? Yeah, give us a little more detail on that if you don't mind.
Yeah. There's classes online. I forgot who I did it with, but it was an online course, and you just go right through the different levels, and there's tests and all that stuff to get certified.
So it's outside of Reddy Ice, but Reddy Ice is
Well, yeah,
get
this in particular certification was outside Ready Ice, but because we were doing so much in Ready Ice, I wanted to learn more about it, and I took that course.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. All
Yeah.
right.
So when you're not, traveling to Phoenix or Florida or whenever, wherever, doing anything that Reddy needs or working for the IPIA, what are your hobbies or interests? What do you enjoy doing outside of work?
Honestly, I'm just with so much movement all the time. I really just like relaxing. When I was in Florida, obviously, I'd be at the beach all weekend long. Um, Wife would be in there with me, and that's something we really like to do. Vacations, and that's one we really enjoyed. But hobby wise, Um, honestly, I don't really have any. I could honestly say that, I have fun when I go to work and I play with, a lot of equipment and that really keeps me interested. It's kind of like my hobby, but I don't consider it work. I'm having a good time.
Well, they always say if you enjoy your work, you
Yes,
never.
you'll never work a day in your life. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
does the engineering side of it is you just gravitated towards that side of it, or was that something when you were working with your dad and doing the business there that again, I know you said at 7 years old you always liked the heavy machinery and things like
Yep.
that, but there's a difference in somebody saying, "Man, I love gaming," but you may not enjoy programming a game, right? So, how did you find that interest?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always gravitated toward like fixing things and learning, if something breaks, like, I'm not afraid to take it apart. Like, how does this thing work? Like, let's figure out what's going on.
Mhm.
So it's always just been an interest of mine, and it kept escalating, especially when I got to Ready. Um, my market manager was Wayne McMullen, and he's very talented when it comes to that. He's actually on the engineering team now too, and really just helped me. Any questions I had, we just kept going with it, and I became very technical with that at Davy. I didn't really have a huge maintenance team, so kind of everything was in house that we did, and I learned a lot and just kept going with it.
So was it field experience that has brought you where you're at, or did you have to go back and do any classes or studying or any of that? Because I'm more of a more of a learner by doing than I am by reading.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of curious where you fell.
No, it was really just the field experience. Unfortunately, the ice industry has had the same equipment for quite some time now, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really change. We just came out with some new baggers finally, but it's been the same stuff for quite some time, so it doesn't really change that much. So I've been lucky that way, where I grew into the business for so long. It's all the same stuff.
Yeah, I think Vinny's selling himself short a little bit here because as I understand what you're saying, what you do with what's been around for a while to me has changed as far as the way that you guys kind of whether it's designing a plan or working with
Mhm.
the different stuff. I mean, even down to what you're talking about doing the lean manufacturing, right? It's being willing to even taking the same thing that you have and being willing to change.
Yep.
You got to have that attitude to do it. So again, I think you're perfect for that. But I, you know, I'll kudo you, even though you want to kudo yourself. So
I appreciate it. But yeah, no, it's the same stuff, but like the technology has changed. I mean, you guys know, you're the tech guys. It's changing every day, and I just feel like the industry itself hasn't really evolved to anywhere where it should be. So
So
you
on
just gotta keep pushing it.
Yeah, on that topic, tell us, what do you see coming down the pike that, 10 years, 20 years from now? What do you see evolving in the ice business?
Honestly, I really hope there's just some better equipment out there that changes the game. Like, we have Keith walking floors now, but how many times has anyone had a rake? It's everyone just settled for this stuff. There's new sensors out there every day. They're coming out with stuff. So I really think we just got to start pushing this, and as an industry, stop settling for old technology when it's changing every day.
Mm. Mm.
well, and again, also accepting that payload, that information that's coming into you, right? So, like
Yeah,
you were saying, the differences that's occurring, but also taking that information and how can we look at it in a different way? And you're
exactly.
right. I mean, from the technology that we're dealing with, whether it's sensors and it's one thing to get sensor data in; it's a whole different what do you do with it when you get it, and that's what
Agreed.
we're really efforting on here, trying to help clients, things like that. Again, we don't make this podcast about us, so I mean that's just a general
It's just the
statement. Yeah,
struggle that we see. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
constantly.
so many times it takes the changing of the generation for somebody to make a move.
Mhm.
And it shouldn't be that way. If you want
Yeah.
to be competitive, if you want to grow your business, you should just have the mindset that, hey, everything else is changing in our world. Why are we not trying the new thing and figuring out how to make it work for us and our business?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No argument there. I mean, AI, it's still so new, and look how much it could do already.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes it's hard to see, like, how is AI going to change an ice business? But we shouldn't just go, well, AI is never going to change an ice business, and that's
Yep,
it. We shouldn't make
exactly.
that decision. We should start exploring, like, how can it? Um, and we view ourselves as an agent to help people figure that question out. I'm sure you have that mindset when it comes to plant operations. You know,
Yeah,
what
I
can it?
hate settling. I'm not that guy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think that's the reason we're friends. So
Yeah, there you go.
for sure. Well, talking about friends, family, things like that, we got some pictures that we want to roll through as
Oh
well.
boy.
Just kind of talk to some of these, and obviously we've got another photo of your dad. But tell us who else we got in this photo.
Man, where are you finding these photos?
Yeah. I will say, Jeff and I split. Just pulling the veil back on here. Every now and then we split up. I've been at a conference. It's been hard for me to find some time, so I'm going to give Jeff full credit on
So,
stumping you here. So
so I may have grabbed some photos off some of your family members' socials.
There you
Uh,
go.
so if you don't know the answer, that's okay. That's not your
No, it's all good. I mean, I don't know who the guy in the middle is, but the guy to the right, that's my godfather.
okay.
So that's my uncle, my dad's brother, and I have no idea where they're at. I've never seen that photo before.
But he's number one. Okay.
He's number one.
All right, and I have to say, I don't think Epcot knew what hit them with this motley crew that rolled up in.
Oh yeah,
Epcot.
that was actually a couple months right after we sold, and my dad wanted to go to Disney World.
Had he ever been?
Oh yeah, we love Disney.
Okay. So you guys are aficionados of it.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
they know when we're coming.
All right, what's your favorite ride? Let's go there. What do you?
Oh,
Which park?
man.
Which is your favorite ride?
Lately, I guess because they had some new rides is Gardens of the Galaxy. It's a pretty cool ride.
That thing is
Okay.
kick. Yeah, that thing is.
Oh yeah,
I think it's the best roller coaster experience. I don't want to say best roller coaster, but the
Yeah.
experience of it is unbelievable. Because if you've never been on, it's basically going through a movie set or a movie, right? Wouldn't you say, Vinny? And it's running through on tracks, but it also rotates while you're on there to keep you kind of the movie in frame and show you the thing that you want to see. It's awesome.
it's wild. It is wild. It messes with all your senses going sideways on a roller coaster. It's already going sideways. It's crazy.
Yeah. I bet your dad's is It's a Small World, right? I bet that,
Oh, definitely.
So,
Too.
so before we leave this picture, we see you and your dad, and I'm guessing those are your brothers.
Yep. So the one all the way to the left is my youngest brother, Chris.
Yeah.
Then the one next to me is Rob.
Now, were they were involved in Nuzzle as well?
Yeah. So Rob handled more of like the sales side of it with my dad. And then Chris did the equipment, all the merchandisers on the street and everything, all the refrigeration for that.
Yeah. Okay.
So we all kind of had our parts. So it kind of worked out pretty well.
Now, after the go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah,
Please.
I
Yeah,
think
please.
we're going to
it.
ask the same thing. So, are they still involved in the ice business, or did they?
No, I'm the only one that got back into it.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother is actually here in Scottsdale with my mom, and he is working for some contracting company, I believe. And then my little brother Chris is working for the water district back home in Long Island.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
From ice to water.
There you
Well,
go.
yeah.
not huge transition.
Yep. So that's my dad and Chris's kid Cole, my little nephew. Yeah.
Cool.
And then this is all of us at my brother's wedding.
So, do you ever hold it over them that you're the tallest?
No, I never thought about it. But yeah, you can see clearly in that one, huh?
Well, it's front and center for me. My 16-year-old just got taller than me. He's 6'4". So now he thinks it bothers me by him saying. I was like, son, I win both ways. I get to pick on you when you were short than me, and now I'm proud that you're taller. So it's a win-win in my book. So
right on. So that is Jackie. Awesome pick. She's gonna hate you guys.
Tell you what, you send us a pic. We will.
There's a better picture coming later.
All right.
So I believe this is on Cinco de Mayo. It's one of my favorite holidays. And yeah, we're just having fun. I tried matching her size.
Yeah, if it's not Cinco de Mayo, we got questions.
Yeah, Christmas, right?
You got to explain what Jackie's doing here, what she's sitting on, because it's not obvious from the angle of the picture.
She is sitting on the pinata.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a horse shape, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. It's a horse pinata. Yep.
Hey, by the way, Jackie, this was he. I
did not send this, by the way.
Yeah. You and I are free, okay? Vinny, Jeff will get the ire of your lady there. So.
Yeah. Good luck, man.
Yeah. So this.
There she goes. She'll like that one. You're back.
Beautiful. So, yeah, absolutely. So
we just got married July 31st. The best time for an Iceman.
So all your ice friends could come, right?
That's right.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, that's the way we on the list, right? You can't come. Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, sorry. That and Destination Wedding helped out a lot.
So where were you guys?
This is in Lake George, New York.
Okay.
Yep.
So you said at the very early on that I believe you said that you guys had been together for quite some time. So do you want to go ahead and tell us what took you so long?
Oh,
You want
she's
to
really
open
gonna
this
like
up?
Ethan.
Yeah, now I'm going to get you
Yeah,
off me.
man. Now I'm in the hot seat right here. This should be the icebreaker. Whew. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just I'm an idiot. I guess that's probably the
All
best answer.
Hey, I can fall. Look, I've got those moments. I know exactly what you're talking about. Jeff, I'm pretty sure you can call
Nope,
yourself an
never,
oh, never,
never.
never. All right, so at least one of us is lying, and I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you who it is. So, but totally understand, man. Sometimes, I've done some stupid things in my life, but congratulations on the marriage and everything.
No, thank you, thank you.
That's fantastic, man. So, let's see, Jeff. We are unfortunately kind of getting kind of to the end of our discussion here.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
So we want to ask you, think about all the ice companies out there that may be watching this. If you were giving advice to another ice company in 2026, what's some general advice that you would give them?
Going into 2026, it's really just I guess it's really any business, not even just ice business. Know your numbers. It's not this is a number game here. The ice business is very competitive. So know your numbers, know where you can kind of cut and save your money and think about the efficiencies on the plant side and even delivery. Delivery is probably the most expensive part of your business. So figure out how to get efficient. Use the tools that are out there. AI, there's software out there that is just killer. But really get to know your business and know your numbers, and you'll have that competitive edge every time.
I'm going to bring something back that I think you'll agree with, but I certainly don't want to put words in your mouth. But you had mentioned it early, being willing to change. You're right,
Yep.
being willing to adapt, and you answered that earlier when we talked. But I think that is something that, and it's not just the ice. I mean, we as humans tend to want to just lean into what we've already known and what can feel comfortable. But the whole adage, get comfortable being uncomfortable, and I can tell you, I don't stay comfortable much. Just because it's hard to as being a business owner and uh, doing the things that you do and wanting to be a success and always knowing that there's failure is always an option.
Mhm.
It's always an option.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can talk to any of that or if you agree with any of it, Vinny.
No, I agree with that. Adaptability is one of our core values here too. I mean, this business changes so much on a daily basis. You have to be able to just take the jabs and figure out, a way to make it happen. This is a service business. We just happen to be putting ice on the truck. So you got to figure out how to get it done at the end of the day. And there's going to be, hoops and things to jump through every day, all day long. It's never going to go away. You just got to figure out how to take it.
Yeah. Well, last question for you is, as far as your biggest influence in life, work, who would you pin that on?
Hmm. Man, I guess I got to give it to my dad. He's the one that got me into it. So I remember way back in the day, even before I was 7 and working summers, he used to lift me up and I'd hit the green button on the P24 and get the motor all revved up, and that's probably what kicked the whole thing off.
Yeah, absolutely. Press the green button. Did he ever get you
Yep.
to press the red button? I mean,
Luckily, we never had to do that.
well, good deal. We appreciate you joining us,
Yeah.
Vinny. So
Thank
you
you
want to
for
close
Thanks
this
for
out?
having me, guys. This is awesome.
thank you for taking the time. I know we planned to do this multiple times, and we didn't. We finally got it to happen, episode 30, and
Yeah, you just wanted me on the 30, man.
that's
Heck
right.
yeah.
I get it. It's not a big deal.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you're watching, I will say that I know everybody's pining for an episode, and this is our February episode
Yeah.
of 26. We did not have a January episode, but we've got it plans here in the
We're gonna
next
make
few
up
months.
for
We're
it.
going to make up for it.
Yeah.
So all the mail, emails, and calls, and
Oh,
you know,
People crying.
yes, exactly, gnashing of teeth. We'll get to it. We'll get them out there. But you know, Vinny, we do appreciate it. You coming on, like Jeff said, we've been coming to you from the RouteMan Studios, from the KCS headquarters here in Pelham, Alabama. Again, Vinny, thank you very much. Best of luck in the future, and I look forward to hanging out with you soon, my friend.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.